All right, guys, welcome to First and Goal. I'm your host, Flavo Rihanna, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. All right, guys, guys, I know Week 7 is not officially done yet, all right? Gotta talk to you about this rookie class, all right? And the question is Marr Chase gonna win Rookie of the Year? Now, before I go any further, all right, I get it. Wide receiver, okay. Usually these type of awards go to quarterbacks, okay. And if we look at the quarterback class, I mean, look, Trevor Lawerence was picked number 1. Then you had Zach Wilson picked number 2. I believe you had Trey Lance picked number 3, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, who else was it? Mac Jones, if I'm not mistaken. The next quarterback picked over. But yeah, I mean, usually these awards go for quarterbacks, and the quarterbacks that have been in this class haven't looked that great, in my opinion. All right, I understand that some of these guys are on losing teams, but Marr Chase, in my opinion, this guy's phenomenal. I mean, I'm not saying that because he's on my fantasy football team, but the man is phenomenal. I mean, the guy went to LSU, all right? He has a connection with Joe Burrow, which actually does help a lot. And I love the fact that Cincinnati and also, Miami, all right? Miami has Tua Tagovailoa, who looks like he might be getting dealt, before the trade deadline, okay? They were able to draft Jalen Waddle, all right? Who former Alabama Crimson Tide. He was his quarterback in Alabama was Tua Tagovailoa. Okay, so I love the fact that they ended up selecting him. All right, and I love the fact that Joe Burrow got his college teammate Marr Chase, and you see the connection because look, going into the preseason, the concerns were I was like, oh, Marr Chase cannot play wide receiver in the NFL because he has a hard time picking it up because he was used to the white stripping on each end of the football, how it is in college, all right? And he said it took a little bit of an adjustment. I mean, the balls are smaller in college football, and it's a little bit bigger in the NFL, in the pros, okay? Understandable. He made that adjustment from the preseason, and then since week 1, all right, I'm pulling up the stats right now. This has been his this has been his numbers, all right? He has so far 1, 2, already. He has in 7 games, he has 3 100-yard games, all right? Almost a fourth one that he had last week against the Lions, all right? And then he had, 2 subpar games. I mean, the Bears, I totally understand because that secondary is just phenomenal, and they really have a very difficult time. Any wide receiver that faces that Bears secondary has a difficult time trying to get, balls, within play. All right. But the Vikings, all right, 5 receptions for 101 yards and a touchdown. All right. Bears, 2 receptions for 54 yards. He had a touchdown. Okay. Understandable. Took advantage of the Steelers. He had 4 receptions, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. All right. So it just seemed at that point that it was going to be, Joe Burrow was going to have Marr Chase as his number 1 option. 6 receptions for 77 yards against Jacksonville. 6 receptions for 159 yards against the Green Bay Packers. All right, which I understand they have King in they have King as in their secondary. All right, they don't have Alexander in the secondary because he was hurt at that time. Took advantage of them, racked up for 159 in the receiving department. October 17th, he faced the Lions just last week. 4 receptions, 97 yards, no touchdowns. And then yesterday against the Baltimore Ravens, all right? Baltimore, who has a very good defense, all right, and has had a very good defense for pretty much the entirety of their existence, all right? He ended up going above and beyond Marr Chase, and he ended up having 8 receptions for 201 yards, all right? The man is phenomenal, guys. He is phenomenal. I believe he had an 80-something yard reception that he converted into a touchdown. And that's just right there, just showing you what this guy is, what he's built as. This guy is a great receiver, all right? Was he somebody that many of us thought that he could be, a high level receiver? I don't know. It really depends on who you're asking, in my opinion. I mean, I just thought that, Jamar Chase linked in with Joe Burrow, okay, is going to have one of the better seasons as a rookie compared to all the others, just because Burrow, what we ended up seeing from him last year prior to the injury, I mean, the man was just on a flurry, and he's everything that we have been expecting as him in the quarterback position. All right, the guy has the stuff. The guy has the ability to, throw the football, put your receivers in positions where they're going to be able to catch the football, and the secondary is going to have a hard time, defending the pass. Okay, and he has the rapport with Jamar Chase. Okay. And if you look at the other contestants for possibly Offensive Rookie of the Year, you have Trevor Lawerence. All right, Trevor Lawerence, who has 7 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He's on a bad football team. All right, he's somebody that I feel like would really need like a Jamar Chase, because what he had in his first game, he had 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, throwing for 332 yards against the Houston Texans, who did not have Deshaun Watson. Then faced the Denver Broncos, who is a pretty good defense. His completion percentage was 42.4%, throwing for 118 yards, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. His QB rating was 37.2, pretty bad right there. Then faced the Cardinals, the undefeated Cardinals. Threw for 219 yards. He was just a niche under 65% completion rate. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. The Bengals couldn't throw a touchdown. At least he didn't throw an interception. He had a pretty good game. Had a 96.5 QB rating. The man threw for 204, but got the loss. Okay. Faced the Titans, just a niche below 70%. So he was kind of improving right there. His QB rating was 92.1, a touchdown and 1 interception for 273 yards. And then he was able to face the Dolphins on October 17th. Where, that game, I believe they ended up winning. And that was so far their lone win so far. But Trevor Lawerence has been, handling himself as best as possible. Zach Wilson, on the other hand, another person who was drafted pretty high, he's been having a bad year. The only team that they were able to beat was the Titans, and they just lost yesterday, 54-13. And the man, I don't understand if he's having a hard time, picking things up in the NFL level. But it's totally different than from what he was playing from BYU, because those beautiful passes that he was throwing in practice, it's not translating to games right there. So I mean, it really comes down to that. I mean, Zach Wilson not going to win Rookie of the Year. Trevor Lawerence, it looks like he's in competition, but remember, it's usually a quarterback award. But Jamar Chase, this guy's phenomenal. Already in 7 games, little less than half the games that he's been playing has been over 100 receiving yards. The guy's scoring touchdowns. The guy's, in the, running deep. Burrow's be able to have a good rapport with him. So love what I'm seeing from Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase just seems to be that type of guy. He seems to be that type of guy, in my opinion, that has the ability to, possibly be, in my opinion, one of the 2 or 3 best receivers in the game, and he has that ability from what we've been seeing so far in just 7 weeks into the football season. But yeah, Burrow and Chase, I think it really helps. They were former LSU teammates, and then that rapport has been able to carry on into the pros, into the NFL. So let's see what happens. I mean, Jamar Chase is going to be facing who's he going to be facing next? Because Bengals. Just looking real quick to see. They're facing the Jets. So, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, this guy might possibly go for, another 200 yards. Might go for 3 touchdowns. Who knows? Then facing the Browns, who are led by Case Keenum. Then it gets a little bit tricky with the Raiders. He's already faced the Steelers, but this time they're going to be facing the Steelers at home. The Chargers might be a little bit difficult. The 49ers will be a little bit difficult. The Broncos might be a little bit difficult just because of their secondary. Ravens, I mean, he already starched the Ravens. Let's see how the Ravens improve on the day after Christmas. The Chiefs really have no secondary because of no Tyrann Mathieu, plus the injury suits Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not going to linger on to January 2nd. And then they face the Browns in the last game of the season. So I really do predict. I mean, this is Jamar Chase's award to lose, because at the rate that he's going right now, Jamar Chase, he's tied, I believe, he's tied 24th on receptions, all right? But he's second in receiving yardage, and he's tied 4th in touchdowns, and he leads the NFL in yards per reception, which at 21.5 yards per reception. So he's a big play receiver, guys. I think we're seeing it in front of our own very eyes. Jamar Chase might possibly be the 2021 offensive rookie of the year. But yeah, guys, let me guys know what you guys think of who might be the offensive rookie of the year. Is it Jamar Chase, or is it somebody else that we're not even talking about at this very moment? But until then, guys, this concludes everything on First and Goal. I'm your host, Flavo Oriana. Until then, guys, I will see you guys later throughout the week. Until then, peace, guys, and enjoy these football games. Have a good one.